Hey everybody, Kneecap here. This video is going to be about how to unlock Nighthold, at least as far as you can at the moment. Um, First of all, you need to be as caught up with your Surmar quests, your Nightfallen quests. You need to be exalted with them, have run Arcway, Court of Stars, and all of that. And once you are, when 7.1 hit, you could get a quest called Twisted Power from inside Shalaran. That's going to send you to Azuna, to Faranar, where the demons are. Again, that's Azuna, not Falanar in Surmar, and you're going to be killing the demons here. And I'm killing demons right around the portal. The portal will be marked on your map. It's right near the Illidari Perch flight path. And I just happen to be killing these demons. Anything that's here, just kill it. You're looking for portal fragments that they drop. I only had 2 drop, you need 5. And I got them to drop off of the imps. Here you see me killing some imps. And I'll loot, and I actually get a fragment there. I got 2 out of the 5, and I got them both from imps. Important to note, you'll see a other faction warlock come and interact with the portal with his 5 fragments, and he starts it. So you don't have to do it yourself. A group member can loot it, a random person can loot it, and you can tag the boss with them, which is really neat. I wasn't sure if that was going to be the case. And here you see the boss coming out, and again, I didn't have to summon it or anything. And I'm going to try to help him as much as I can. The boss is pretty easy. He's tanked by a warlock pet, so can't be too hard. There's 3 of us, and I'm not doing a ton of damage. I don't want to get hit by their cleave, but I come in and do a little bit of damage when I can. His big ability that was kind of worrisome was he summoned a ton of imps, and these imps were not just like one-shottable imps. They had a decent amount of health for an imp, and you're just going to focus him down, I guess, especially if you only have a few people, and get him down. And then, of course, just make sure you loot him for the Twisted Power quest. And after you do, you're just going to want to, I just used my flight whistle and went back to Illidari Perch. And then from there, I just flew back to Meridel and Suramar and just go back inside Shalaran. You got the quest from. The NPCs in the corner where you got Twisted Power from. And this will be, since I didn't have this at the very start of the video, this is where you actually pick the quest up from as well. Your Twisted Power quest. If you don't have these NPCs and you're watching this anyways, you definitely aren't going to be on this until you have these NPCs in the corner here. So the next part of the quest, you just have to interact with that device next to you there. Won't try to pronounce it, but you just interact with that and you're going to charge your weapon up. I am interested to know if you had like your artifact fully done. If it doesn't, side of like backlash on you. But obviously at this point, nobody has their artifact completely done, at least to my knowledge. So you're going to channel this the whole time, and eventually it'll finish. And it knocks you back and takes you down to 1 health, which is kind of funny. Almost kills you. It's very Khadgar-ish, even though he's not here. And then you just talk back to the same person again. And now Caligos is there, and he wants you to go to the Temple of Einar in Stormheim. So that's where we'll go. We're going to go and we're going to fly to, I fly to Greywatch for Alliance. For Horde, you just want to go to the closest place available. So I land in Greywatch, and I'm not going to do anything special here. I just literally follow the road the whole way. Follow the road southwest, and then just follow the road right there. And this is the Temple of Einar. And you're going to complete the quest. And now you need to get the blessing of Einar, which is kind of like a, you know, a subservient person to Odin, kind of. So you're going to take the quest. I was reading the quest text for the lore there. And you're going to head inside the vault. Temple vault, sorry. I keep calling it a temple. I guess it's the vault of Einar. But you're going to come in here, and she's going to tell you to stand on that mark thing there. So you stand here, and it's going to glow. So I know that's right. It says kneel before me, mortal. So I just targeted her and /kneel. You might not have to target her, I don't know. And now these things are going to come out, and they're going to do like a little ritual on you, basically giving you her blessing. And this is all just so Odin kind of respects you or takes you seriously. Since Einar is saying you're okay, is kind of like making Odin feel more trustworthy of you. Even though we've already kind of helped Odin a few times, and most of us have done, you know, Halls of Valor, so it's kind of weird, but oh well. We need to get Odin to trust us. So now she says, be gone. And we're going to exit her vault and turn back the quest in, right where we got it from. And then this will start the portion of this where we actually have to run dungeons for it. So the very first one is you need to run Maw of Souls on Mythic difficulty. You're going to have to grab an item and defeat Helia. So me personally, I just use my group finder and find a Maw of Souls Mythic group. Queue for it. Obviously you can use your guild or whatever method you want to use, but I just go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to enter Maw of Souls. And from here you don't have to worry about anything until after the first boss. You saw that map pop up there, and that's at the end of the boat after the first boss. And your item's going to be right back here at the back of it before you go up the stairs. So like a little shield looking thing. And then all you have to do after that is just defeat Helia at the end. And once you defeat Helia, your quest is done. And you can take that little blue portal out of the dungeon if you want, since you're already in Stormheim. And then you're just going to make your way back to the vault or temple or whatever you want to call it, and turn in the Mythic Maw of Souls quest. After this, you're going to get a two-parter. One's going to be Mythic Neltharion's Lair, and one is going to be a suggested 3-player quest to kill 3 elite NPCs, one in Stormheim, one in High Mountain, one in Azuna/Suramar. You can actually solo that. I soloed it as an 866 rep paladin. If you have a pet or any self-healing or just really good gear, you should be able to solo it. So first I'm going to start here in Stormheim and fly up to the Storm-Torn Foothills to kill Thunderhoof. And at the Storm-Torn Foothills, we'll just run southwester down here until we get to Thunderhoof. Thunderhoof, out of the 3 mobs you have to kill, is probably the most difficult one, I guess. He has a little bit of an enrage at the end, and he has a move that's hard to get out of if you are a melee, which kind of hurts as well. His regular melee moves hurt decently too. So you see he gets me down at one point. Thunderhoof and the other 2 mobs are actually stunnable though, so that's good to know. Stunnable and most likely able to maybe rue or do other things as well to kite if you're ranged. If you have the gear, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be able to solo it. Obviously, you can always have other people help you as well. And after you kill Thunderhoof, you just need to loot him. And then I'm going to actually fly to High Mountain, to the Shipwreck Cove at the top of the High Mountain, to go kill the Basilisk. So you arrive at the Shipwreck Cove. You're going to head southwest again until you get to the Basilisk. This one's really easy. I just interrupted his gaze ability, and he didn't do nearly as much damage as Thunderhoof did. Clear the Basilisk in front of him, and then pull him. I actually saw him earlier in the day and wondered what he was for. So this is what he's for. So you interrupt his ability when you can, and just DPS him down. As you can see, he compared to Thunderhoof, he barely even hurts me at all. So he's a lot easier, and in my opinion, out of the 3, he is the easiest. Alright, one last interrupt. Now that he's dead, you loot him. And I'm going to actually go back to the flight path and then fly to Fellblaze Ingress in Azuna. Again, that's Fellblaze Ingress in Azuna. You're going to head kind of northwest, and it's kind of the ravine between Suramar and Azuna is where you're going. So just going to kind of make your way there. There's going to be some crabs that you'll probably have to end up fighting as well along the way. You can probably run past some of them. I didn't for whatever reason, but you're just going to kill the crabs if you need to, and just keep making your way there. One thing interesting about this one was the Basilisk was near other Basilisks. Thunderhoof, you know, there's other yaks in Stormheim, and this one, as you'll see, is kind of a little bit out of place compared to that. And you'll see him here, a big old purple boar in the middle of nowhere. So I pulled one last crab before I got to him. This one, I guess, if I had to rank it, would be the second hardest of the three mobs. He's not particularly hard, but he does have probably the most abilities. He he's stunnable just like the others, but he has a snort or snout ability that basically just puts little swirlies on the ranged if there is ranged people, and that is interruptible though. He has that knockback there that I don't think you can avoid if you're in front of him. As you see, he's stunnable. And then he also has like a little teleport ability where he'll like just teleport behind you, similar to like a Mana Stalker. As you see, he did right there. So that's about it. Just the snout, the knockback, and the teleport behind you ability. He doesn't hit particularly hard. As you see, I pretty much was able to stay at full health for the most time. I'm not sure how bad those little swirlies hurt because again, they only hit the ranged. So if he's casting that, I guess just move in on him or interrupt it, of course. Alright, after killing him, we're just going to loot him. And now we need to run Mythic Neltharion's Lair. So just like Maw of Souls, I'm just going to use my pre-made group finder. Find a group for Neltharion's Lair. And join that. And after getting to High Mountain, going south of Neltharion's Lair, just going to go ahead and enter through the portal. And once in Neltharion's Lair, all you need to do is clear to the end. So nothing too hard there. And there's going to be 4 adamantite scraps you need to get. You can grab the first one here. Now on this one, I just wanted to show you can grab this one without pulling this group. You just got to be careful. I kind of very slowly nudge my way forward and in range there, grab it. I'm going to go back and help my group finish off this pull here before I go ahead and grab the third one in the back. Upon grabbing that third one, again, I'm going to go help my group finish off the pull. And you see the fourth one glowing on the other side. So go pick up the fourth one. And now you have the 4 adamantite scraps, and you just need to finish off the last boss. So you see, we almost actually wiped here, but thanks to Pally Power, we got through it. And we finish him off. Quest complete, so we have both quests complete, Neltharion's Lair and the 3 items off those elite mobs. So we're going to go back to the temple / vault of Einar and turn both of these in. Okay, so now we're going to get a quest to run Halls of Valor. You get some artifact power for this. It can be done on Heroic or Mythic. For Heroic, though, you can't use the group finder. You have to go in on your own through the portal. No group finder. At least that's everything that I have read. I chose to do it on Mythic, even though I've already done Mythic for this week. I just don't get any loot off the bosses. But I'm just going to do it on Mythic. So I'm going to enter my Mythic Halls of Valor. As you see in front of the keystone, there's a little glowing thing. And you just use that and you put down a feast for Odin. Now this is pretty cool because now Odin's going to kind of specifically talk to you the rest of the instance. He's still going to do his normal talking, but it's kind of cool because after you kill each boss, he kind of says something directly to you. So then you're just going to get to the end, and you're going to finish off Odin to, you know, the percentage to finish him off. And now he's going to go back to his little chair, and you're going to notice your quest is not done yet because he's going to do his normal talking. And just like he was talking to you during the instance, he's going to say, "As for you, champion," and then go on and talk about how heroic and awesome you are. Which you are, because you know you're going to go into Nighthold. So he's going to kind of give you your own speech, and everyone in your group gets to see it too. I was actually in a group with a couple people who've never done a Mythic before, and they're probably a little bit like, what the heck is going on here? Because you'll see like a bunch of animation and glowing yellow everywhere. There that is. Kind of takes over the whole room. And he's talking a lot more than normal. There's the item you need to loot. It's right over the Mythic loot box there. If it is in Heroic, it would be in the same spot, just without the box there. Or actually, the box is there on Heroic, so that's where it's going to be either way. So now you have that done, and you just need to exit Halls of Valor and go back to the Vault of Einar. And I'm actually going to show you a kind of a quick way. This is right after you get out of Halls of Valor and you're back on this bridge. And I just wanted to kind of show, I haven't been showing the actual walking because most of it's self-explanatory, but I actually thought this was kind of a cool shortcut in a way, so I didn't have to go back to a flight path or anything like that. And so you're just going to go over to this bridge. As long as you have a slow fall or a way to not take damage, like I'm going to use my bubble eventually, but you don't need it yet. You just need to jump down there. Obviously you can slow fall if you have it or use an item. I actually have a toy, for example, that lets me slow fall here in Broken Isles. And this path right here is just going to take you right above the Vault of Einar. So you're going to be able to jump basically straight down to where you need to be. So I just go ahead and bop myself, no damage, and turn this quest in. And at this point, after you turn this in, you get your artifact power, and now Calc's going to give you a quest, and that's just to wait until Nighthold opens. That's as far as you can go right now. So that's it. That's as far as you can get right now to open Nighthold. Hope everyone was able to follow along well. Thumbs up and sub. Everyone have a good one, and I'll see you in Nighthold.